What you wanna do? What you wanna do? Stop touching. She probably two security.
I don't care.
Just sit down.
Let her get in.
Baddies Gone Wild Brazil reunion part 3. So the reunion starts off where we left off, where Daisy had come onto the stage. She was taking a shot with Natalie on the side. Coco was standing up on the stage. Daisy took her shot. TT did a little sneak attack. Boom! Started swinging on Daisy. Daisy starts swinging immediately. We see them like fall to the ground. Then we see everybody rush to the stage. I seen Baddie up in there at one point. I'm like, look at this. The people that don't even like each other came together to jump Daisy. That is so funny. It's like, but yeah, Daisy has kind of been the ultimate bully on Baddies Gone Wild, and she totally deserves this. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't feel no type of sympathy. Karma is a B. So they kind of break everybody up off of the stage, and as security is literally kind of like walked away for 1 second, TT and Daisy see an opening. They run up. Boom! TT falls to the ground in 0.2 seconds. I mean, it was so fast. I was like, damn, girl. See, I noticed something about TT. I don't know if y'all peeped this. TT is not good with like close combat. What I mean by that is like she needs a running head start. That's how she gets everybody. She comes from far away. She runs as fast as she can and then she jumps on them. That's how she be beating people up. But when it's just like this and she can't get that momentum in the beginning, she doesn't do good. But Baddie tries to run and get up in there. Security stops her. In the middle of security stopping her, Cupcake tries to get her licks back on Baddie. I'm just laughing because like Baddie is willing to work with her ops right now to jump Daisy. Like that's the part for me. Yeah, it was TT versus Daisy. But anyways, oh no, they show Baddie up close. Is it me or does Baddie's eye look like it's a little swollen? It looks a little red. It's kind of like shut a little bit. I'm like, oh. So anyways, then they go to the audience and they start having the audience members ask questions to the baddies, which I actually think is a really good idea as long as these audience members have actually watched the show. Wait, what? Okay, so the audience member is like, Coco, where Coco at? You see Coco like, she's looking out the side of her eye like, bitch, who was talking to me? The audience member said, you been popping all that get in the paint with Daisy right now. Yeah. I was like, yes. Yeah, I completely agree 100%. Coco's face though, she was like, Coco literally just says, hey, if you got eyes like I do, you would see that they haven't been letting me fight this bee. So like, shut the up. They give me a chance to fight her. I'm gonna fight her. I seen it, Coco. I did. You stood up to fight her when she came out, and TT is the one that kind of like snubbed you. That wasn't really your fault. But the whole principle what the audience member is talking about is still true. Because like the whole season, you never did nothing. The next audience member stands up. She's like, Rella, you need to fight Jaden again because she beat your ass. That's not a question. They said ask a question. This is how messy the audience is. They just want to see fighting. Like, they're not even asking questions anymore. Girl, you need to fight Jaden because she beat your ass. And Coco, the other girl is right. You need to fight Daisy. Is like, okay, guys. Next. This is not it. The third person that gets up, finally somebody like I actually agree with. He was like, actually, he did start off with the fighting. He was like, Baddie needs to fight Coco because the whole reason why Baddie and Daisy beefing in the first place is because of Coco. And I was like, yeah, that is actually valid. That is the best point that anybody has made so far. Coco thinks she's slick. Baddie and Daisy were friends up until that whole stupid comment about it looks like you were duck and fade. That one little comment literally is the reason why Baddie got scalped. Like it really is, you know, it stemmed from there. They actually asked Baddie and Coco about it, and Baddie sounds like she's gonna cry, you know, poor Baddie. But Baddie's literally explaining that like, Coco, I actually chose you to get the third chain, and like you fought me for no reason because I did pick you, and like you'll see that I picked you and all that. And Coco literally, this was her chance to apologize, right? It would have been so easy and so simple. But Coco says, well, I feel like Baddie's probably telling the truth because Daisy probably feels like I lied. I was like, oh my gosh, girl, is that the best you could do? Just say I was wrong and I apologize. How hard would that have been to say? And honestly, if she did say that, I would have had more respect for Coco. But you're still kind of doubting her by saying, well, she might be telling the truth right now. Like, huh? Girl, what? If Baddie keeps telling you over and over the same thing, why would you not believe her? Especially multiple people are saying the same thing. Why would you not believe her? And you believe Daisy so fast. Like, that's what gives that you look like you're just kind of like scared of Daisy. Okay, so now they start talking about Erica Raven. Natalie is so over this reunion. Like, I can just tell Natalie did not want to be here. She did not give a fuck. Like, from the very beginning, she was sitting off to the side. She came on stage handing out her baddie blunts, promoting her. She was like, can we hurry this up? Like, I got places to be. But anyways, literally mid-stage, like as they're talking, Natalie gets up, goes to the audience like, Baddies, shot up, clock, Baddie. And they're being so loud that Janisha can't even like do her job as host. She's like, okay, Natalie, you were a part of this too. So like, let's get your input. Like, boy. Janisha's like, Natalie, you really liked Erica, right? And Zoe's like, yeah, you really liked her. Zoe, shut up at this point. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All she did this whole reunion was co-sign what Janisha said. Literally, she did not say anything original. You have no purpose of being here whatsoever. Okay, so Natalie is kind of defending Erica Raven, I think. Like, you know the way Natalie talks is like she could be being shady because in the beginning she's like, Erica's great. She's fine. What has she done? What has she done? She's done nothing. What has Erica done? Like, it's like, we'll just take it at face value. Let's say Natalie was defending Erica there. TT steps in and she's like, Natalie, I will tell you exactly what she did. You know, when it came to that whole Janelle's phone situation, Erica started a rumor and was saying that we had all raised our hand to vote for her to go home. And she was like, you know, when I heard Erica Raven talking to Gloss about that, I butted in and I was like, that's not what happened. And she said, Erica turned to me and said, oh, you trying to get a buck? And Natalie was like, TT, stop it. Erica didn't say that. She would never. She's a girl's girl. That's not Erica. TT, I love you, but stop. Glossop and TT are both saying, yes, she did. But anyways, the whole time, Natalie is just kind of like talking like this, very slow. And like, Natalie, are you high or what? I thought Natalie doesn't smoke. She said before that she doesn't smoke weed, but she looked very high in this episode and very over it, okay? But yeah, I'm like, why are we talking about Erica? Just bring her out. Would it not have been much better if she was here so that she can actually say what she said and not other people putting shit in her mouth? But yeah, Natalie's even checking Glossop at one point. She's like, don't do that up here on this stage, Glossop. Don't do that. Y'all like Erica. Y'all like, and they are like, yeah, no, we did like Erica. Like, and Glossop kind of starts to say that she was gonna apologize, but then TT kind of cuts her up. And TT's like, I did like her, but the only thing I did call her out, I said, you were dead ass wrong for hitting Rella G with that battery package, she said. And then when Rella threw the water bottle at her, Erica Raven ran up on both of us. I was like, girl, she did not run up on both of y'all. She ran up on Rella. You see how TT's trying to twist the narrative here so it doesn't look like she jumped into the fight? No, Erica ran up on Rella and you jumped into the fight. Girl, get the fuck out of here. So all of a sudden they show Janisha. Janisha's like this. She's like, everybody be quiet. I need the whole stage to quiet because I cannot hear. She's like, oh, huh. Wait, she's here? Zoe's like, she's here? Like, literally, y'all, Zoe is a parrot. Zoe is a parrot. Just watch. Everything Janisha says, Zoe repeats it. I swear to God, she's annoying me so much at this point. But yeah, they're like, Erica Raven's here? Oh, should we bring her out? Like, the girls are like, girl, stop it. Come on now. They think it's a prank because Erica Raven had said on social media that she is not coming to the reunion. She was talking about something like, I need like 10 million or something to come to the reunion. So I'm pretty sure they did not expect her to come. All right, so Erica Raven comes out. Bodysuit. She looks so pretty. Y'all, she comes out. The audience said, yeah! Like, this is the second time that they cheered for somebody. The first was the pretty girls. Now Erica Raven. The audience going crazy. The crowd, the fans, everybody loves Erica Raven. And I can just tell that's what really hurts the mean girls too. Especially Rella G. They hate how much people love Erica Raven and they feel like, why is she getting all the love when she didn't barely do nothing? That's what they feel like. That's jealousy right there, y'all. That's jealousy. You can't be happy for another girl. Like, be happy for her. The fact that the fans love her. So now they have Rella G and Erica actually talking to each other about the whole situation again with Janelle's and her damn phone. Rella G starts off saying, my whole thing is you lied and you said that I raised my hand for Janelle's to go home when I didn't. And Baddie says, you did though. Why are you lying about that? Thank you, Baddie, because this has been something I've been wanting to understand for so long. Like, who is telling the truth? And now I got it. Because why the would Baddie lie? She has no incentive to lie about that. Rella G's, you're a liar and a why don't you just admit that you raised your hand for her to go home? Like, the Erica Raven is pretty much like, listen, I didn't come here to go back and forth with y'all. Like, I'm not going to repeat the same over and over. I said what I said. That's what happened. Rella G's is like, you're lying. And Erica Raven's like, I'm not lying. That's why Baddie stood up for me. Daisy stood up for me. I wasn't lying. You hear the audience say, watch your right, Erica. Erica turns so fast, like, but it's just Natalie giving like something to Baddie. But I thought it was so funny how the audience has her back. They're like, we're not about to let nobody come sneak up on you, Erica. Yeah, and Erica Raven just feels like if that was the case, you could have had a conversation with me before you told me come here to fight. You know, you should have had a conversation with me about it. Valid. I completely agree with Erica Raven. And now, thank you, Baddie set the record straight. We know who's lying. Rella G lied. She did raise her hand to vote for Janelle's to go home. You see how nobody else on the other side said anything? When Baddie said, Rella G, you're lying, nobody else, TT, nobody on the other side said, no, she's not. She's not lying. Nobody said anything. So that's how I know. They just going back and forth. Erica Raven's like, you just obsessed. Like, you're weird. You just all up on my D, girl. That triggered Rella G because she got up trying to swing on Erica Raven. Security stopped her so easily. It's funny because she was saying even on her Instagram, she was like, security held her back the whole reunion. Like, literally just with one little pinky, they would pick her up like this and take her away. Rella G's is getting mad because they will not let her fight. The security guards all have a camera kind of like right here on them. And like Rella G's like, she's like looking around and she's seen the camera and she said, like, she hit the camera. Are you mad? Why are you mad at the camera? But anyways, the audience now is literally fight. Like, they are starting to instigate right now. They want to see this fight happen. Rella's is mad. She's like, that's not fair. Everybody got to fight. But when it comes to her, why? Why she don't got to fight? Like, why? Erica Raven's like, I look pretty right now. I don't want to fight right now. Rella G's is fuming. You can just see the jealousy. Like, she is so mad that Erica Raven is getting this special treatment and like not her. That's the part for me that's making me laugh. So they're just kind of going back and forth. Listen, Erica Raven doesn't want to fight. She literally is saying, leave me alone. Like, Rella, did you not learn the first time? Stop picking on people that don't want to fight. Leave the girl alone. She doesn't want to fight. Janisha's like, all right, well, I feel like this is not really going anywhere. So do y'all have like any last thoughts or anything that you want to say? Rella G's like, yeah, I just feel like she lied on my name. Even with the Charger situation, I was not calling her to fight. When I say, Erica, come here, I wasn't calling her to fight. I was just calling her to come get in the camera, right? And Erica Raven was like, yes, you were calling me to fight. Pull up the footage. They show the footage. Literally, Rella G says, Erica, you want to fight? Come here. Literally, you were calling her over to fight. And then the stupidest part ever, right, is like Rella G's like, I said, do you want to fight? Come. I didn't say, come fight me. I was just like, Rella, stop. What the point are you trying to make with this? It is the same thing. You literally just turned two words around. Yes, you were trying to fight her. Rella G stands up. She's still steady over there trying to come and run at Erica Raven. Erica Raven had enough. She's like, all right, let's go. Erica runs up. Boop. You could hear one of the punches. Like, you could hear it through the mic. It was like, boop, boop. And yeah, Rella G is like trying to swing. And I just hear Erica Raven like, you wanted it, bitch. You wanted it, bitch. You wanted it, bitch. Like the whole time. But yeah, security comes in, breaks it up. Rella G came out of that fight looking crazy. Looked like she came out of a tornado. Her hair was all sorts of directions. Like, she couldn't see. She was like, like, it was so funny. Like, damn, girl, what happened? Her hair is everywhere. Rella G is still trying to fight. She's still trying to run up, and Erica Raven's like, no, get her. Y'all don't know what get her means? I said get her. Like, she is popping it right now, even at security. And Rella G's, is like, see, she's so scary. She say, get her. Like, girl, you're so scary. You don't want to fight. It's like, Rella G's, you're so scary. You know why you're so scary? Because you're only doing this because you know she doesn't want to fight. Okay, so Natalie pretty much ends that whole situation. She's like, I'm ready to hand out my chains so I can go. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. So she gets up. She's like, all right, this is how we're going to do it. Crowd, y'all is going to vote. I got the chain in my hand right here. Like, TT, stand up in this corner right here. Oxy, get down. She's like, wait, y'all not about to fight. It looked like, go. But no, it's not. It was just like, who do you think should get? And I'm like, Natalie, you didn't even need to do all that to know the crowd was going to go for Oxy, girl. Come on now. You making TT stand up is just embarrassing for her. Even TT knew she wasn't going to win if it comes to just the audience, deciding. Literally, the crowd is chanting, Oxy, Oxy. And me too. I was over here like, yeah, Oxy, Oxy. Natalie pulled them up to the crowd. Oh my God. Not that they pulled up the loud meter. Make some noise for Oxy. Y'all. Crowd goes, ah. You see the loud meter on screen. They're like, okay, guys, make some noise for TT. Ah. It literally sounds like very similar, but you could hear that Oxy's cheer was louder. Natalie's like, okay, let me show y'all what we doing. We don't do no fake shit over here. It's Baddie shot a clock. Oxy, come get your chain, girl. I was like, okay, all right, yay. Oxy got her chain. I'm actually really happy too. That's who I would have picked to get the chain as well. Obviously, it was between Oxy and Shay, but I feel like for me, I would have personally chose Oxy because she was hopping her shit a little bit more than Shay. Like, Shay definitely defended herself. She stood on business, but Shay was a little bit quiet at times for me, where I feel like Oxy had more of a voice and more of a presence than Shay did. Oh, okay. Oxy's literally celebrating on the stage. Her friends come and give her a hug, and I was watching Baddie the whole time. Baddie comes last. She's trying to get up in there, and then in the end, Baddie and Oxy hug. So I was like, oh, look at this. So now I'm just trying to figure out why they fell out again, because apparently they fell out even after this reunion. Like, come on, y'all, get it together. Okay, so they actually bring Daisy back out on the stage. Coco stands up immediately. Daisy's like, oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Coco can finally get her one-on-one with Daisy. Like, boy, it took forever and a century for this to happen, but finally. They're literally telling everybody, do not jump in. Nobody jump in. Oh my gosh, that was actually a good fight, okay? Coco was definitely hanging in there with Daisy. Like, normally Daisy just plows through everybody. That did not happen this time. Like, I was literally watching. I played it on slow motion. They both were swinging. Boom, 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 boom. Like, they both got hits in, okay? Coco definitely connected. She got Daisy a few times in her face. Daisy also got Coco in her face. This was probably the best fight that Coco had against Daisy. Baddie literally cannot help herself. Like, she literally stands up and runs in there trying to jump Daisy. I'm like, I don't even blame her though. She's been done the worst by Daisy, worse than anybody else. Of course, here we go. We can't just have one round. Crowd is even literally like, run it back, run it back. Round 2, here we go. Coco and Daisy square up. I'm just thinking in my head, Coco, please, don't embarrass yourself. You had a good first round. Let's see how this goes. Wait a second though. Wait a second. I feel like Coco was holding her own. I feel like Coco might have got that one. Hold on now. These fights are pretty much almost equal. They're both getting licks in, but Coco got this one just a little bit. But honestly, I could see people saying that both of these fights were ties too. That's how close it is. Okay, apparently the audience said the first one was a tie and the second one was Daisy. It's kind of the audience was there and they had a completely different view than we did. They were seated just in one direction, whereas the cameras were all directions. So I feel like we had a better view than the audience did. So anyways, now they talk about the 50K and who is going to win. They said the top 3 people in the running for that is Baddie, Daisy, and TT. I didn't expect TT for some reason. I don't know. I knew it would be Baddie and Daisy. TT, I guess. For the 50K? No. Wait. I thought it was the fans voted. So I don't know. I don't know what the fans voted for because I didn't see the results. But was TT really number 3? She was the 3rd most voted person to win the 50K? Because for some reason, I just don't believe that because the fans did not like TT the whole season. So I feel like they would have voted Baddie. They would have voted Shay. They would have voted, mostly the pretty girls. Even Erica Raven, I feel like they would have voted for her more than TT. But yeah, I thought we were going off of fan votes, but I don't think this is off of fan votes. Okay, so who wins it? Baddie! Woo! I mean, we all knew Baddie won the 50K. And I peeped something that I was like, wait a second. Baddie, her last name on the check. Are you African, girl? Like, all this time, I had a feeling because I know when I see a fellow African, I know. But I just wasn't sure. But like her last name just confirmed it to me. Wow. So Janisha says literally 500,000 people voted for Baddie. Like, damn, that is a lot. And she gave her credit. She said, Baddie, you are the breakout star of this season. Like, woo! Yes, Baddie. And that's what y'all get for trying to bully her. You bullied her all the way into being the fan favorite and the breakout star of the season. I know TT is like having a flashback because Natalie was literally telling TT, you're gonna be fan favorite. You're gonna be fan favorite. Oops. Look at it now. Just kidding. Like, haha. So anyways, they're trying to decide who the third chain should go to. First, they were like, well, the runner-up is Daisy, but Daisy already has a chain. So then the second runner-up would be TT. I guess I just didn't realize TT got that many votes. I didn't think the fans really liked her like that. My whole thing is like, if you're gonna give TT a chain, then you should also give Hurricane M a chain because they're the same. They're pretty much the same. They both just bullied Jaden all season long. They both talked hella the whole season long. So yeah, they're like, well, we could throw a monkey wrench in it though. Erica Raven, she was the third runner-up. Anyways, she was fourth in terms of the voting. But Natalie's like, no, Daisy already said it. She already said it. And they're like, okay, who? And Daisy said, TT is getting the chain, which I thought was actually very big of Daisy because her and TT were not cool at that point and they fell out. And the fact that she still said TT should get the chain. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to keep it a buck between Erica Raven and TT, I would probably give it to TT too. I'm just saying, I love Erica Raven, but I'm not going to be biased. She left early, and so I would give it to TT. But yeah, honestly, I feel like what happened to Shay, I don't know. Shay could have probably been up there as a better contender. If you want to pick one girl from each side, I would do Shay or TT. Yeah, anyways, Daisy said TT is getting the chain. They're literally telling them, hug it out, hug it out, hug it out. I'm like, they are not about to hug it out. Like, they don't trust each other to do that. And TT is like, I'm not gonna hug you, but I just wanted to tell you the reason why I felt some type of way is because you went on live with somebody. This person had started a rumor that I'm a man, and you basically were on live with him saying that, so that's why I don't like you. And Daisy's like, that's not the reason. I don't think that's the reason why you don't like me. And like, if she told you that's the reason, then that's the reason, and that is actually a valid reason. If that's true and you did do that, that's a big deal. And how are you cool with somebody and you're doing that? Like, what the do you see how people talk about a cupcake? Like, that is annoying. Imagine you waking up every single day and all you see are comments that you're a man, you're a man, you're a man, you're a man, you're a man. Like, that shit is annoying. And I feel like that's actually a valid reason for TT to not like Daisy. Okay, so Daisy is like, I don't feel like that's what it is. I feel like you went home and you saw the fans and everybody call you out in that one episode when I beat your had you all up and down the floor in the room. You felt embarrassed, and so now you didn't like me after that. And I was like, I kind of can see that too. I'm not gonna lie. It was probably everything combined. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It was probably that, and then after that, she saw you doing a live with somebody, and y'all was basically trying to say that she's a man. It's probably everything put together. This also is just not very surprising to me at all. I knew the mean girls were gonna fall out. I knew specifically TT and Daisy were gonna fall out because the way that they treat other people, literally, that's happened right back at them. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go, y'all. I thought this was over. But literally, Janisha is like, no matter what happened, Daisy still stood up. She said TT should get a chain. So can y'all just hug it out? And Daisy's there like, I'm not hugging her out. Are you crazy? Like, Janisha was like, I'm not crazy, but like, okay, respect to you for doing that, Daisy. Like, but yeah, stop trying to push these girls to fight and then hug. Like, who in their right mind can even do that? I'm sorry, that's some bipolar type. How can you switch just like that? But yeah, anyways, they're like, okay, well, Daisy decided and TT should get the last chain. And Natalie's like, whoa. But that doesn't matter because Baddie has something to say. In Baddie's face, she was like, Like, what? It didn't seem like Baddie was expecting that. But then Baddie says, I don't think TT deserves the chain. I think Shay deserves the chain. And that's exactly what I said too. I was like, it'd probably be between TT and Shay. Those would be the two people that I would, have going against each other if you're going to have to pick one girl from each side. So Janisha once again is saying, is it safe to say that TT is going to get the chain, Natalie? And Natalie's like, well, hold on. Oh my gosh. Like, again, what is it now? Natalie goes on a rant. She's like, everybody's saying that I don't have control over my own shows and I don't stand on business and so I just want it to be known that the fans think that Erica should get the chain. And then she sits down. And I was like, that kind of look, the message and what happened afterwards just didn't really match. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was going to be like, so I'm going to make the executive decision right now and give Erica the chain. But she didn't do that. All she said is that the fans think Erica deserves the chain. Boom, she sits down. I'm like, okay. So we're right back again to this. Who deserves the chain? Erica or TT? They turn into the audience one more time to make some noise. Apparently, they say that TT won based off of the audience. So yeah, anyways, like I said a million times, if it was between them two, I probably would have gave it to TT too. Oh my gosh. So they're doing final thoughts right now. And Daisy is like, y'all already know I did my big one. I ran the house. I ran all these 13 Bs. Like literally she's calling everybody out and nobody is doing anything. She literally said, I ran all them. They followed after me. I beat everybody's. And y'all see what I did this season. So come next season, y'all better be ready. And she's like, I still didn't forget who put this scratch on my face. So Shay, get up. She's talking about day one when her and Shay fought. She got a scratch on her face and literally she has been holding on to that this whole time. Now she randomly turns and wants to fight Shay about it. That's what I'm confused about. It's like, why didn't you handle that on the show? Like when y'all was filming the show in Brazil, why did you wait until now to get your look back? Was somebody in your ear telling you like how you accuse these girls? Was somebody telling you didn't get your lick back from Shay? Like, I don't know. No, but it's also weird because Daisy already won the fight against Shay. Like nobody said Shay won that fight. So the fact that she feels like she needs to get a lick back. So yeah, Shay doesn't even get up. She's literally sitting there looking at Daisy like this. Daisy runs up, boom, 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 literally starts swinging on Shay. I'm like, what the like, I don't know. This was just so random to me. Immediately, Baddie gets up, starts swinging. Jaden even gets up. Even TT runs up and she kicks Shay too. Like, what did Shay do to you? This is so weird. TT's running up on Baddie, hitting Baddie like, don't jump in. I'm like, are you friends with Daisy or not? Y'all is confusing me. Now you're defending her in a fight? Now TT wants to be back on Daisy's good side. Coco ran up in there too, trying to get in there. That's why I'm just confused because like, are y'all friends with Daisy or not? What the why are y'all helping Daisy right now? It doesn't make no damn sense. You literally went from jumping her to now you're mad that other girls are jumping her and you're trying to help. Okay, anyway, so now they do final thoughts. They had to get Daisy off the stage because they're like, listen, you can't keep her on the stage. Like, chaos just always happens if Daisy's on the stage. So she exits left. They're like, okay, Ming Lee, let's start off. Give your final thoughts. Ming Lee gives her final thoughts. Janelle's goes next. They don't really say anything. They just appreciate everybody. Glossop literally is such a hater. She did the same thing when they were in Brazil filming, doing final thoughts. Like she literally started talking shit about the pretty girls again. So I'm like, Glossop, can you give it up? Like, girl, you are so pressed. This is final thoughts about your experience. Why are you still talking about them? It's like, what the But yeah, they continue with final thoughts. I thought Rella G said something kind of interesting because she was like, I feel like I was like very misunderstood because my beefs kind of happened off camera. So when I was on camera, it just looked like I was the aggressor. So that's like the only kind of tea that I felt like was actually valuable because I'm like, yeah, that's what I think happened a lot in this season. Apparently a lot of happened off camera. As a viewer, we don't get to see all that shit. So we have no idea why people are angry, why they don't like people. We don't know. All we see is that you're angry and you're trying to fight and you just look like a bully, right? Yeah, I really thought that when they were going to film Baddies Gone Wild, I really thought the whole point of it was they were going to have cameras on 24/7, you know, a la Big Brother style, like that they were going to be able to capture, obviously you wouldn't capture every little thing, but mostly everything. But it wasn't like that. We still had major plots in this season that happened off camera. The whole Janelle's thing with the phone happened off camera, and that was one of the things that literally escalated throughout the whole season long. Baddie versus Daisy, the whole part where Coco and Baddie are talking and the narrative was switched happened off camera. That literally spread throughout the whole season, and we saw, you know, the outcome of that. So like there was so many plots. Even Hurricane M versus Jaden happened. I know that happened in Miami, so like they probably couldn't have captured that. But that's my point, is that I actually agree with Rella G, and that's unfortunate for them. And that is a wrap on Baddies Gone Wild Brazil season 1. Considering that this is season 1, I actually thought that it was pretty good. Listen, it cannot be perfect from season 1. You know, obviously there are some wrinkles that need to be ironed through. Hopefully next season we won't get so much off-camera happening. That's my number one thing, and it will just get better and better each season. So yeah, I'm not gonna knock it because I feel like it was actually entertaining enough that I watched every single episode and I didn't skip an episode. But anyways, that's it. That's a wrap.